Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to What Would Brev Do, episode 5. This is the series where I talk you through a gameplay start to finish of a full 9-inning ranked seasons game. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more MLB The Show 20 content. A like on the video helps me out a ton as well. And if you missed any of the first 4 episodes, links are in the description below. So, gonna mix it up a bit for this video. We are gonna still be doing debuts with the God Squads. But for this one, I'm a little bored of the God Squad, so I just threw together a full lineup of future stars and some lesser-known guys aside from Chisholm that you may not see a ton of gameplay for, so should be pretty fun. There are no future stars catchers, so we put World Series reward Adley Rutschman there. I think he qualifies. Should be a beast as well. And then for the pitching, we are actually going to debut Prestige Roy Oswalt. So you can see I haven't pitched a game with him yet. I don't have any stats. His four-seamer and sinker are 1 mile an hour faster now. His off-speed's 1 mile an hour slower, and all of his attributes are +3. So pretty cool card. Always fun to work towards something and then finish it out. So finally finished Prestige Roy Oswalt. Not expecting a whole lot. My regular Roy Oswalt finished with a 5.55 ERA, which really isn't that good. Not awful, but not good for as many innings as he threw, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of difference with the Prestige one, to be honest. It's just a cool thing to have and a cool card to debut for this video. So let's hop into it. Let me talk about what's been happening for me competitively. So I've been slumping a ton. You guys can see my rating has dropped from last episode, and I've made a bit of an adjustment at the plate. So all of last year, I started my PCI middle in. This helped me a ton, getting to inside pitches, taking away the tunnel from guys that throw sinkers and cutters. And I still think it's a really good approach if you don't play on Legend. But I think starting my PCI middle in has hurt me a lot on Legend so far this year, because pitch speeds are so fast that I just simply don't have enough time to bring it all the way over from the inside to an outside pitch, specifically like outside sinkers. So what I'm doing is I'm starting at middle now. I'm not moving it at all pre-pitch, and I'm only doing this when I play on Legend. And the thinking behind it is to give myself the least amount of movement to any spot in the strike zone that I can, and then hopefully help my reaction time towards maybe some outside pitches, maybe do a little better with that. So we'll see what happens. First game of the day as well, D-Bat Baseball, another top 50 player. We have played a couple times, and he's got Zobrist and Hayward in his lineup, so that should be pretty cool. He's got Joe Exotic leading it off. He probably is using the Carroll bat skin as well, so just kidding. I don't think that's a thing, but it should be. So this is going to be a sweaty for sure. We are also facing Kluber, so you guys will get to see how I hit against Kluber once again. I think episode 2 or 3 was when I talked about hitting against Kluber. So just to recap, try to work the count a lot, as I do with everyone. I'm a pretty patient player, as you guys may know, and I usually sit cutter slurve early in the count just in case they hang one of those pitches down the middle. And Mateo's got 99 speed and doesn't hit righties well, so this is the prime candidate to just kind of take till 2 strikes. Saw that ball a little better, so I have been slumping a lot. But yeah, after this at bat, I'll finish talking about what I was saying with the PCI. Mateo up and in, just doesn't have the attributes for his righties. He's gonna get a double though. Good start. I think that was a 4-seam. That's kind of a weird pitch selection for my opponent. Very unique. Oh, it was a cutter. Okay. So you can see we can still get to the up and in pitches by not starting at middle in. So I think this will help me, but once again, I'm only doing it on Legend. I think Hall of Fame is slow enough for me pitch speed wise that I can get away with starting at middle in, and we'll see next season. I think I'm going to try that as I grind back up to World Series. And it's just comfortable for me, so I prefer to do it if I can, but it just has not been working for me on Legend. Couple of good checks there. But yeah, if you guys are like struggling with pitch speeds on Hall of Fame, but you're good on All-Star, maybe try leaving it middle like I am. We got to that cutter pretty good too. It was just a great pitch. We wouldn't have been late on it if it was in the zone. So Mateo with the leadoff double, the 99 speed. It's so hard to steal third on this game that I kind of just have to leave him out there and hope that I can get a base knock. Mountcastle has been hitting pretty well for me. Only like 15 at bats for any of these guys for me so far, but once again, looking cutter, looking slurve, looking something up to drive. Get this run in from second, because honestly, unless I hit a single like 110 miles an hour, I should be able to score Mateo here. I don't think he's going to pinch around me here. He should throw me one in the zone. He just missed his spot. So he tried to throw me one. He just missed his spot. Kirilloff in his 100 average coming up to the plate. So we got to stay away from sinkers. We got to stay away from low pitches because we do not want to double play right now. Again, we're looking for stuff high, looking to elevate. And he threw us a sinker pretty much right down the middle, and my PCI was off. Good timing, though. And now we're in a bad spot, so he could easily get a swing at his sinker below the zone or something low here. I still don't think it's good to strike out here, but alright, that's the same thing as a strikeout pretty much, so my timing was slow on that. That's okay. I had to protect against like the backdoor cutter there. It was kind of like a really good tunnel what my opponent just threw, so 2 outs now. Not looking good for our leadoff double, but hitting is a process throughout the game, and we already got Kluber in the 20 pitch range, so oh, Josh Young into the gap. Good. Can we score 63 speed? Oh my god, he threw that in so fast. I think he just high rolled like the best outfield animation on that. That is unfortunate. I really wanted to send that guy, but he would have been out by a mile. Good stuff though. Josh Young does not hit righties well, and he just gooded that into the opposite field gap. You love to see it. So 2-0, we may get something juicy to swing at here. I wasn't looking sinker. Once again, looking cutter, slurve. Those are just the pitches I like to swing at early in the count. 2-2 now, probably off speed. He went high sinker again, so my opponent just outplayed me a little bit there. Let's talk about his sequence. So the reason I was late on that, the at-bat with Young, I crushed a high sinker for an RBI double, right? So what I was thinking is he's not going to throw that pitch again because I just crushed it, but he probably knew that I was thinking that and then doubled up on it when I wasn't prepared. So really good sequence from my opponent there. Pretty unusual for people to double up on pitches that you just crushed unless they're being stubborn or unless they know what your thought process is ahead of time. So great job by my opponent there. 0-2 count. We tried to bury the changeup and we just hung it. Early squared. Good swing. Like I said, not expecting a whole lot from Prestige Oswalt. I think Prestige Oswalt, or Oswalt in general on this game, is a fine pitcher. But he's not the greatest by any means. He's no Kluber, that's for sure, but I'm sure all you guys know that. So he's got a pretty slow bat right now. I'm going to try to bust him up and in one more time. Missed my spot, and he was early on it. So he overcompensated a little bit for swinging late on the sinker, so we'll keep that in mind. Not hitting my spots at all. Not the best start here. Just trying to keep him off balance a little bit here. Figure out where his bat speed is at, figure out what he's adjusting to. Good swing. We just put that ball on the black. 2 outs, and now I think I'm going to go fastball again. So we'll do the same thing he did to me. He just hit a hard pitch really well. So we'll double up on the hard stuff, and he was late on it. So lots of mind games going on between our two sequences right now. And we're going to try again to bury this changeup. Hopefully we get it below the zone. Great take from my opponent. Now we'll go fastball above the zone. As I said in the last episode, I really like this fastball up only on Legend. If you play on Hall of Fame or lower, it's not a good pitch. It will get perfect for a home run sometimes. And we get him check swinging at the curve in the dirt. So we didn't hang that curve in the zone. We get around the leadoff double after getting our own leadoff double in the first inning. So things are looking pretty good so far. We also worked Kluber for 27 pitches in the first inning, so good stuff. Leading off the inning with a righty, Ramos has even splits. He does have decent attributes versus righties, but again, I'm just going to be patient here. Yes, that was a sinker right down the middle, but this is just how I play, specifically in the early innings. 1-2 count. I don't really know what he's going to throw. He got us on the high sinker last time. And he got us on the cutter. I must have been too early on that. That bat was really fast. Yeah, just a bad swing. Kind of an awkward spot. Cutter low, but also right down the middle. Did not do my PCI well on that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take till 2 strikes with Adley as well. Usually in innings where I go 7, 8, 9 in my order and the first batter gets out, I just take till 2 strikes with all 3 of those hitters in those situations, just to try to get some value out of the bottom of my order in a situation where they probably aren't going to provide any. So starting the lineup 7, 8, 9, and the first guy gets out, it's not very likely that you're going to score unless you can turn the lineup over with the pitcher or something weird. So at least if we take a bunch of pitches, we can get some value out of the inning by running our opponent's pitch count up. So he threw us the sinker down and away. We actually did get the PCI to it, and we were early, so that was a lazy ground out, and it looked like a bad swing, but that is actually good news for me because that's a pitch I have really struggled getting the PCI to when I start at middle in. So always self-evaluate how your swings are going. Like I said, that was a lazy ground out, but honestly not the worst swing in the world for me. So 0-2, no one on base. I usually contact swing with my pitcher, especially on Legend, just to try to avoid the strikeout, because strikeouts actually boost your opponent's pitch confidence. So let's say he threw a slurve there, and I swung and missed at it. His pitch confidence on his slurve would go up a ton. So strikeouts raise pitch confidence. Swing and misses for strikeouts raise pitch confidence even more. So that's why I contact swing with my pitcher unless there is someone in scoring position or something like that. So he may get a triple out of this. I think that was good timing. He may have been just late. I'm not sure. Yeah, good timing. Good swing by my opponent. Ready for the hard stuff. We shall double up on some more hard stuff for the reasons we mentioned in the first inning. It's pretty likely that I throw soft stuff here, so trying to keep him on his toes. Also trying to hit my spot. He would have crushed that if he didn't check swing. I think he might have been late. We'll see. He was late, so that's good for us. Let's see. Hayward, then Biggio, then pitcher. This is a decent spot for an intentional walk, although Biggio is not a good candidate for a double up. But Hayward crushes righties. I'm not going to do it because it's so early in the game, and if he ends up turning the lineup over here, he's got a switch hitter and a lefty, 1-2, so it's going to end up being an inning that could easily snowball. I got to stop hanging that changeup, man. Get this in the dirt, Roy. Ooh, what a take. Amazing take. Probably thrown that pitch too many times now. We locked him up on the high slider. So I've talked about it before. High sliders, good pitches, especially on Hall of Fame and Legend, because they tunnel like high fastballs, and they can lock up your opponent really well. Yeah, so this is another good spot to intentionally walk, and I think that I'm going to. In a one-run game, I'm just going to put that guy on, pitch to the pitcher, just because he has someone in scoring position. This isn't the worst thing for my opponent because he can turn the lineup over next inning, but this gives me a good opportunity to, a much better opportunity to get out of this situation for myself. So he's actually considering pinch hitting here, which is very interesting. Either his Kluber is low on energy or he has like Hal full energy, so he decides not to do it, which is pretty normal. So now we just got to get out of this inning, and I'm going to put my outfield shallow. You can do that by pushing down on the D-pad to make defensive adjustments just for this inning. The reason I put my outfield shallow is I don't want him to bloop something on me. And we're just trying to get the kid here. Get him swinging late. So the intentional walk, like I said, kind of a double-edged sword. It gives me a better chance to get out of that inning with no damage done. But we do give him a free turnover on the lineup starting next inning. So one of those rare borderline win-win situations in baseball. They don't happen very often. Two great pitches from my opponent here. Let's see if Mateo can do some more right-on-right crime. I think we had good timing on that. I don't know where my PCI was. Unfortunate. That exact PCI placement with like a very early would have probably been a foul ball. Sorry if my voice is shaky too. It's literally like absolutely freezing in where I'm streaming right now, so I don't know what's going on. My body is struggling a lot. So once again, being patient. He hasn't really given us anything to throw or to hit in this at bat anyways. And we are early slightly rolled for a base hit because we're the best hitter that has ever played MLB The Show. So if you guys want to get better at MLB The Show, just take as many early slightly rolled swings as you possibly can. That's my advice. Because you will get bailed out constantly. Just kidding, don't do that. So now, again, we're looking for pitches up. Double plays are bad. This isn't a bad spot to try and steal also, but I have to be a little sneaky about it. And I swung into sinker low, but it looked juicy out of the hand, so that's why I did it. Also, Mountcastle is a guy I trust a lot. Kirilloff is not, so I'm going to go back to being patient. Although you can see he's kind of getting out of line here. First pitch, 2 at-bats in a row, he's kind of just hosed me a sinker. So if we get to after Kirilloff, we're going to be sitting sinker first pitch. And that was an amazing pitch. So this is probably a sinker yet again, probably right down the middle. Oh, he got an inside on me. That sucks. I don't know. I don't think he was trying to throw it there, to be honest. I think he missed his spot, so that was a little unfortunate. Sometimes when we pick our spots to pounce, Joe Exotic pun intended, we just don't get the pitch we're looking for. So he did throw me a sinker. I did have good timing on it. It was just a little unfortunate that he threw it in on my hands. But you can see, even though we only have 1 run on 4 hits, we are getting a lot of information out of our opponent. Next inning may be a good spot to try to be aggressive. First pitch yet again. That was an insane swing. I think he got screwed on that, though. I should be able to catch this. Yeah. That's awful, man. Good okayed to death. Wow, I'm sure his PCI was right on that. Prestige Oswalt, the good okay king? Question mark. If you guys want to generate good okays, get yourself a Prestige Roy Oswalt. So he's probably a little tilted from that swing, to be honest. So we're going to throw him some balls in this at-bat, see if he can give us some strikes for free. 2 of them have been completely non-competitive, though. So we'll go back inside, see if he's ready to turn on it. Looks like a Nolan Jones debut for him as well. And his bat was slow in that one, so was expecting off speed or just didn't react well to the pitch. One of the two. Nice clean inning from Oswalt so far. We got the Houston Street style flyout and then the pop out. Trying to stay away from him here. He did crush an away pitch early in the inning, but Mickey is like one of the best cards in the game in my opinion at like turning on inside pitches. I don't know if his swing is just that nice or what, but for me specifically, whenever I pitch inside to Mickey, it's not a good time. So it's probably just because the card is insanely juiced. And his bat's pretty fast, so this is working out for us. We're trying to go change up away. This is a very hangable pitch where I threw it. Yep, I missed directionally. But we're going to run this down, and our opponent, oh, we may not get there. Oh, Mateo got there. That was awkward. 2 good okays to the track. Well, to the wall pretty much for our opponent, so rough inning. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, chat. Sinker, no. So we'll see. He did not hose me a sinker first pitch like he did last inning. So back to our approach. I really hate swinging first pitch when no one's on base unless I'm pretty sure that they're just throwing stuff down the middle on me thinking I won't swing at it. So always trying to guess what our opponent's doing. He's tunneling that away sinker just like how people throw backdoor cutters, and it's kind of throwing me off. I haven't completely picked up on this guy's sequences yet. 3-2 count, that's good for us though. Last time he locked us up on a slurve inside, so we may see a double up on that. He went sinker and I missed it with my PCI. Dang. Just a little inside of it. That's a ball that may be crushed on Hall of Fame, but on Legend there is just no room for error. So once again, looking for a sinker right down the middle here in case he gives it to us. He did, and I was too early. At least we've shown him that we will swing at it now, though. You know, sometimes the information is better than actually connecting with the ball. At least that's what I tell myself when I swing and miss to make myself feel better. You gotta mind games with yourself sometimes, chat, you know. I'm almost positive this is off speed. He threw another sinker, bro. Oh, I can't figure this guy out, I'll be honest with y'all. So many sinkers. I wonder if he just doesn't trust his off speed or if he thinks my bat's slow, but that's twice in a row that I've had good timing with a sinker and flown out. It's possible that he just doesn't think he can throw anything else for strikes as well. His command with Kluber hasn't been the best so far this game, although he has pitched much better this inning command-wise. And he may also value getting ahead of me in the count a lot because he may know me from us playing before or from my content. You never really know. He very obviously knows that we're trying to be patient is what I'm trying to say, but that single was huge for us because now we get Oswalt hitting and we get to turn the lineup over for the 5th inning. So good job, Adley Rutschman. He's doing something that I talked about in last episode, which is good. When your opponent's pitcher is up, try to throw pitches that you want to boost confidence in because, like I said, throwing strikes with pitches will boost your confidence. So he threw a slurve, a four-seam, and a changeup, which are the pitches that he has thrown the least in this game. And he did that intentionally to boost the confidence of those pitches moving forward. It's very easy to do that when you're pitching to your opponent's pitcher because that's the least likely that time that your opponent can punish you for hanging a pitch that you don't usually throw. So that was below the zone, and I believe that was a perfect. So very obvious our opponent is good at hitting. Our opponent's a top 50 player, and he's good at hitting. Who would have thought, chat? Yeah, all we can do is make good pitches, though, and try to keep up ourselves. Damn. Oswalt's four-seamer just hit 99. Prestige Oswalt OP. 0-2 count now. He's been pretty patient 0-2, so I'm actually going to try to front door him here. He hasn't really chased a lot with 2 strikes, and we get him looking. So pitching to your opponent pretty much is going to have one of 2 tendencies with 2 strikes. They're either going to be in protect mode, in which case they are most likely to swing at pitches outside the zone, or they're going to be in the mode where they think you're BSing them and they're expecting you to throw pitches outside the zone, and so they'll be pretty take happy. So when people are protecting, it's good to throw balls with 2 strikes. When people are being patient with 2 strikes, it's good to try to front door, back door stuff to catch them looking like I just did. Oh, I thought we caught him looking again. So we'll try to bury this changeup one more time. Maybe that last at bat has changed his mind. It has not. And now we're going to go to the trusty sinker with 2 strikes. And we threw it right down the middle. I don't know how I threw that so poorly. And Mateo can't find the ball. Did that just... was that a home run, dude?
And this is going to be ruled a home run.
No way that just happened to me, bro. Actually, no way. I thought about jumping, but I thought I could just catch it by standing there. Oh. Oh. Okay. Look at that dinger he just hit. I absolutely cannot right now. That is the most tragic thing that has ever happened to me in the history of MLB The Show. Okay, well, top 50 player insight. Maybe jump for that ball so that you don't give up a home run off your head, off the wall, then off your head, then through the wall. So we will keep that in mind moving forward in all of our future endeavors. Be sure to avoid hitting a ball off your dome piece through the center field wall for a dinger. Good stuff. So I'm a little rattled, to be honest. We had been playing really well. To be fair, that was a sinker, like pretty much right down the middle that I'm sure he pieced up. So he probably deserved a home run based on the swing that he took, to be honest with you guys. But man, that's tough to watch. We'll get over it though. We're still only down by 1. We need to get out of this inning. Get foul. Nice. So 8-hole Biggio. Really, the only thing that hurts us is a solo shot here. So just trying to avoid that as much as we can. And his pitcher's coming up next inning. So this is honestly not a bad spot for an intentional walk anyway. You got a single, so it doesn't matter. Same thing pretty much. But if you intentionally walk your opponent there, it at least makes them think about taking Kluber out. And anytime your opponent takes Kluber out, that's a good thing for you. So maybe if it was still 1-0, he may be a little more hard pressed to try to like make something happen at the dish. Being up 2-1, he definitely is not taking Kluber out now, but it's something to think about. There are times where even with no one on base but 2 outs and your opponent's pitcher on deck, you can kind of force their hand by intentionally walking the 8-hole. Like you can pinch hit here and try to get the run in, or you can leave your pitcher in and I get out of this inning for free kind of thing, you know. So 4-seamer right down the middle yet again. So Mateo again is not a good guy to try to pounce first pitch with. He's got great speed. He doesn't hit righties well. Always know what the attributes of the cards that you're using and what their strengths and weaknesses are. So I know in the comments someone's going to be saying I'm just letting him throw stuff down the middle, but right now, good pitch. He's just throwing sinkers at 2 strikes every time. So weird. Right in that specific situation with Jorge Mateo and no one on base is just not the time to be aggressive, in my opinion. So now we got Jazz. I don't think I got my PCI up to that. That is unfortunate. 2 great cutters. Our opponent's spotting pitches really well this inning. Not a whole lot we can do. I mean, I tried to combat the strikes by swinging an 0-1 count, and he just threw it on the black yet again. So I swing first pitch there because I figured it would be sinker, and once again, it never hurts. Like in this case, if I, man, he's just dotting me. The information of me that I will swing first pitch is important. There is what I was trying to say. So he finally went off speed with 2 strikes. We got a very early foul ball, which is disgusting. Probably back to the sinker here. 4-seam. Dang. Where my PCI was, if that was a sinker, I may have hit that out. Good pitch. Sinker again. I think we're late. Just late, okay, man. The king of garbage hits this game. That's what I am. All right, Kirilloff. Throw me a sinker down the middle. 4-seam again. Dang. I've never seen someone throw so many 4-seamers with Kluber. That one was not in the spot we wanted. Cutter. I'm just missing this stuff. Probably sinker. He went inside slurve just like he did before. Am I going to get a ship at home run on this? Oh, it's off the wall. Oh, man. Well, he got 2 runs off a bad wall play, so we got 1 back. So I'd call that even. Good okay at ship it. That's a ship. That's just a ship it swing right there. That's all I have to say about that. Sitting sinker yet again with a guy in scoring position. He's not giving it to me, though. This guy, honestly, to be perfectly transparent with you guys, this guy is pitching about as well as I've seen anyone pitch on this game. He is very aware of his tendencies, and he is playing against them at every opportunity. So, big props. Obviously, we know this is a top 50 player, so. But yeah, I gotta expect sinker here. He threw a slurve. This is what I'm talking about, man. That's the risk of throwing a off speed with 2 strikes, or in a 3-2 count, though. And he pulled the plug on Kluber, so he didn't pinch hit for him last inning. And he ended up taking him out the very next half inning, so that's tough for him. That's really good for us. Luis Garcia takes the slider You cannot run on that. Unfortunately, that is Jason Hayward in the outfield. Literally Gold Glove Hayward. So be aware of who your opponent's outfielders are when you're trying to figure out if you can run or not. And now we got to just look for something to drive. That was a pretty good pitch. Amazing pitch there. People usually bust you inside with 2 seamers with Ottavino, 2 strikes. Oh, this guy's so good at pitching, bro. It's unbelievable. So good. Man, that was a big opportunity we just blew. Those are one of those opportunities that can literally define a game. So I can't safely say we're in a bad spot after that one, but we're in a much worse spot than we could have been. So you see me warm up pitchers to start this inning. Dang, good hit. Obviously 2-2 game, bottom 5th. We're moving to the middle to late innings. If things start getting a little dicey this inning, I am going to have to pull the plug on Oswalt, because I cannot afford to give up like a 2 to 5 run inning this time around. The game is way too close. I haven't scored enough to feel comfortable coming back from like 5-run deficit. And that's that up pitch that I'm talking about. So that pitch works on Legend, like I said, because PCIs are small and pitch speeds are faster. But if I just threw that pitch and he took that swing on Hall of Fame, that would have been a 2-run dinger. So that's why I say try to avoid stuff like that unless you're playing on Legend. I understand the game is a little bit different at every difficulty, so a couple of dots from Roy there, big deal for us. I'm going to double up on that high 4-seamer because he probably is going to try to crush it again, and he was late, so I was actually wrong. I missed my spot, and I got a strikeout because he was looking off speed, but that's not why I threw the fastball, so a little bit of luck there on our side, and we threw another fastball right down the middle. We are getting so lucky this game. You guys have no idea. Between this guy dicing me up on the mound and the amount of hanging pitches I've thrown that should have been home runs. Oh my god. Chad, this guy's so good. What the hell? Try this high slider again. Ooh, he was late on it. We did buckle him just a little bit. He may try to compensate and speed his bat up now. Try the change up. And he crushed it. Dang. I mean, what can you do? That's Willie McCovey. He destroys righties. I'm not going to pull Oswalt there. It's just an amazing swing. The pitch didn't really go where I wanted it to. I wanted it inside, a little off the plate, and we just hung it down the middle. So execution, always a big part of pitching. So now we're in a bit of a rough spot. We are into his bullpen, though, and we got rid of Kluber. So we get 4 innings of hitting against someone that's not Kluber. Sometimes that means Hal and Kopech and Pearson and whoever else is in their rotation, but he did go to a reliever right away, so. Also, we're definitely calling it a day with Oswalt here. We are now losing. We need to generate some offensive pressure, and our 8 holes leading it off for us, so definitely pinch hitting. That's why I warmed a guy up. Good 2-seamer away. I just swung over the top of it. I usually hit Ottavino pretty well, but this guy just has not missed many spots with him. Ottavino's a guy that, I mean, I guess I go Reggie here. Ottavino's a guy that usually has pretty poor control. So for him to be dotting with Ottavino is good on him. I don't mind burning 2 bench bats here because it's already the 6th. Unless this goes to extras. Probably not looking at burning through all 5 of my bench bats, and I'm not trying to platoon anyone this game, so. Chapman is very tough on Legend, as I said in one of the prior episodes, because the difference in velocity between his fastballs is literally up to 9 miles an hour, so his 2-seamer is like a changeup. Can be really hard to hit, and he just pounded me with outliers. So again, this guy's pitching very well. So Mateo does hit lefties well, so now is a time where we could try to be aggressive, although he's just throwing everything on the black with guys with terrible control. This is amazing, bro. We tried the outlier again. We were ready for it. A little unfortunate. We were just late on that.
ball game.
Man.
Count remains at 0-2.
That was probably the one we needed to hit. Just late on it.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls.
Pretty important at bat here, so that's why I'm being a little more quiet.
But it just ended up taking off on him.
Probably outlier here. Sinker, man.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Locked in a good battle.
Great pitch. This guy is pitching so insane. That's exactly where you want to put that slider. All right, we worked a walk. 99 speed. Chapman with the slow delivery. We could look to steal here. It's a little tough with Chisholm being the tying run, though. We don't want to run ourselves out of this situation. I'm just going to go second pitch here. He shouldn't be too worried about the runner. Yeah, we stole that by a mile. So now this lets us score on a single, which is obviously important. We'll see what we can do. Oh, he went slider. I think I had good timing. Oh, it's too early. LOL. Great pitch. Outlier up and in. Are we going to get it to drop? No, we're not, because that's Mickey Mantle. Dang. Everything's on the black, bro. It's so hard to hit against people that pitch this well, man. I mean, we've had our opportunities. Like I said, when we left the bases loaded in the 5th, that was definitely a turning point in the game. You may be wondering why I'm going to Chapman against Zobrist, who hits lefties better. It's because Hayward is on deck. And at the very least, we can get him to platoon Hayward out of the game, or we get the left-on-left matchup with that. Zobrist does hit lefties better, but not to the extent that Hayward hits righties better, so pick your poison, so to speak. This Zobrist card scares me, bro. Zobrist was one of my best hitters last year, and he was only an 87. Got him chasing the high fastball again, so that's worked a couple times for us. Granted, he's hit it a ton, but like I said, effective pitch on Legend. We'll see if he platoons Hayward here. He does not. He may have Hayward as a platoon option, and this is something I want to talk about with platooning, but Hayward being a really good defender, it may not be worth it for him to platoon him out of the game because he has the lead right now, if that makes sense. So if he was behind and he needed the offense, maybe platooning Hayward is a move there, but since he's ahead, he might as well just eat that at bat, move on to Biggio, and keep that diamond defense out in right field. Getting a little swing happy there. We'll try to tunnel this high slider in case he's looking for that high fastball again. I missed my spot by a lot, though. I really like this low and in two-seam with Chapman as well. Yeah, Chapman's two-seam is just like a changeup, but it's straight. It's so hard to hit on Legend. I can't describe it to you guys unless you have faced it yourself. So next inning, pitcher switch left. So I think I'm going to have to go lefty again. Although I can't really. So I only have one viable lefty left that has full energy. And I don't want to burn it in the 7th inning, so I'm going to go Hoffman next inning because he is my righty that is best against lefties. So ideally, I would use a left-handed pitcher next inning, but because I only have one of them available, I'm just going to throw the righty that I have that I think I can do best against lefties with. So fingers in the 7th. That makes me a little terrified for the 8th and 9th. It means he's probably putting in a starter. If he's burning his best reliever in the 7th, it means some bad things are coming for me in the 8th and 9th. Starting off 2-0 though, Mountcastle 2 for 2. Putting on a show yet again. This card's hitting over 500 for me. If you missed it in the previous episodes, usually how I hit Raleigh is I just wait for them to hang a forkball. He's thrown me 4 straight sinkers, so now we got to protect, but sometimes they'll just hang you a forkball for free. You can crush it. Threw us a high sinker way above the zone. I don't even think he meant to throw it that high. I think he missed his release. That sucks. We were ready for that high sinker, man. It's a couple times now we were ready for the sinker, and it just happened to be a ball when we swung. It's tough. Oh my goodness. Oh no, dude. My PCI placement. That ball should have been destroyed. Told you guys I've been struggling at the plate, man. Josh Young, yet again, does not hit righties well, so probably be a little patient this at bat. Not a whole lot going on this inning. If we can work Raleigh for some pitches, that's good, because I'm not trying to face Raleigh for 3 innings, that's for sure. But this has not been the most ideal inning for us at all, because it means Raleigh's probably going to be able to throw the 8th as well. 2-1, taken all the way. Beautiful pitch, nothing I can do about that. Probably sinker yet again here.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. 2-2 one more time.
Josh Young hitting righties today. This is such a weird game, man. We were ready for the sinker. He's throwing a lot of sinkers with 2 strikes. It's pretty apparent he was going to stick with that. God, I have to kill that, man. Just late. That's 2 pitches this inning I could have hit home runs on. I just missed with my PCI/timing. Great pitch there. Not sure I didn't foul that or anything. This guy is pitching so well. Dotted the slider inside, then dotted the sinker low and away. Even the pitch I hit with Young was on the black. So I could leave Chapman in here versus these lefties, and I may just do that. We do have Hoffman warming up, but we'll see. Chapman's one of the ones I don't like leaving in for multiple innings because he's pretty easy to figure out, and I think he suffers a lot from being tired on this game and that his stuff starts getting worse. So we'll have to gauge our opponent's swing here, figure out what he's thinking. They called that a ball. That's a tragedy. He's early on the 2-seam. So far so good with Chapman. I am very nervous about him pitching right now, though, I'll be honest.
So striding forward now, number 20, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. And he fouls this one off.
His control starts to go when his energy gets low as well, more so than other pitchers. But this is just why Chapman's so good on Legend, man. The 4-seam, the sinker, and the 2-seam all look exactly the same out of the hand, and they're drastically different speeds.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here.
He's ready for the sinker there. Good swing, honestly. We put that on the black. That's why he didn't do anything with it, but that was a good at least.
Now at the plate, Nolan Jones.
Platooning Nolan Jones here. We will put Hoffman in if he brings in a righty. With Chapman already in the yellow energy, no reason to push the envelope. Also Mickey on deck. Ooh. Alright, so this is a righty, this is Trout, but Trout actually has reverse splits, so we're going to leave Chapman in, as weird as that is. Trout hits lefties much worse than he hits righties on this game. The difference of power is like over 110 versus righties and like less than 90 versus lefties, so understanding your opponent's splits, attributes of cards, very important as well. Chapman gave us 2 amazing innings. Now we just got to rally a little bit at the plate. So like some of you less experienced players may not have known that Trout has reverse splits and you would have gone to a righty there. That definitely would have been a mistake. So yep, this is what I was talking about. When someone brings in Raleigh for the 7th, it's not a good sign for you. It means you are seeing a starter in the 8th and 9th. So here we are, Max Scherzer sticking with Hoffman again because he's got Mickey Mantle, switch hitter, and then McCovey, who I'm going to have to pitch to a righty to. Once again, I only have 1 lefty, and he's got Sheffield after that, so just got to pick our poison yet again. But we really need to focus on hitting here, not worry about pitching next inning as much as we need to worry about trying to get on base. Scherzer's tough on Legend, man. His cutter spins really slow. It looks like a fastball.
It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, was I really late on that? Oh, I felt right on that, bro. That's tough, man. I felt like I was all over that pitch. Well, he's not going four-seamer again. Great tunnel, man. Absolutely insane tunnel. Adley? No. Wow. That is... That's fucking tough, man. Come on, dude. Oh, baby. Okay, well, we don't have Mickey up in a game-tying situation, so this is not looking very good for us. Try to check swing that, but good pitch. Didn't even move my PCI because I'm terrible. Dang, man. He's giving me some pitches to hit with Scherzer. This is semi-good news for the ninth if he can't figure out his control, but this inning's pretty much over.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice
Ooh,
shot.
the cutter inside. Maybe the inning's not over. My PCI is so much worse than the Adley one. What the hell? Okay. Well, Mickey off the bench. 99 Mickey Mantle is a good card, if you guys were wondering. If you guys had any debate about it. Because, you know, he is a pretty fringe player. You never know if 99 5-tool switch hitting outfielder is a good card or not. So I'm glad I could provide this amazing content for y'all. Down 0-2 with Mateo yet again. He just is not going to walk him. It happens. People know Mateo can't hit righties. This is why Mateo is maybe not the best card in the game to begin with, but we're doing our best with these future stars. I'm fully expecting either a slider or a cutter here. I do not think he'll bust me inside. Dude, this guy's pitching. I should have crushed that. I just was guessing, and that's bad to do. But we cut the deficit to 1. If we can pitch our way out of this inning, we have a shot. Imagine we come back in the 9th in 3 straight episodes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not give up a run in the bottom of the 8th, huh? So like I said, Hoffman out of the pen is the best right-handed reliever I have versus lefties, which is why he's pitching right now. And the reason he's one of the best against lefties is for that exact pitch that I just threw. He throws one of the best front door circle changeups in the entire game just because it moves so much horizontally that it's hard to pick up. You can also throw it high like I just did. It's a very risky pitch if your opponent can time it up, but timing it up is difficult. Hoffman is just kind of a weird pitcher for this meta, man. I think a lot of people struggle to hit against him, especially on Legend where the meta is velocity right now. To have a finesse pitcher like Hoffman is interesting to deal with as a hitter. Going four-seamer here, he was actually ready for that, which surprises me a lot. We just can't throw a changeup now because it's the most obvious pitch that we could throw, and really good take. If we threw a changeup there, he would have destroyed it, just from the tendency of how I saw he was hitting that at bat. Can we turn this? Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. Let's go. All right. Can we come back against Scherzer? We got 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Maybe he goes to Hal or a lefty or something here. Sticking with Max. Mad Max. I need to take a second here, to be honest. I'm a little jacked up. I need to just... Okay. Wow. A little bit early on that one.
Made him look silly with that one.
Slowed it down with the slider. Very likely sequence is a changeup in the dirt here. Fuck, man. See, now he's not throwing me cutters because he knows that's what I'm waiting for.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike. One-run game here in the top of the 9th.
2-1. I gotta be swinging away here. Just under it. I think it was late as well. Just late, just under. It's tough. Oh my god. If that was a cutter, I was dead to rights. Oh, he gave me the cutter and I was early. Oh, this is so intense right now. Jesus, man. Just walk me one time. Oh, we go up and get the cutter and put it in the gap. Holy cow, dude. This is not happening. Alright, we'll see if he goes to a lefty here. He could also intentionally walk me. Going to a lefty is just the better move here, though, because you don't want to put the go-ahead run on base. Oh my god, I thought I crushed that. It was early. This is so intense right now, dude. Good cutter again.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Try to backdoor me there. We worked the walk. Alright, Josh Young, 2 for 3. Again, we cannot swing at things low. We also cannot swing at things away unless it's 2 strikes. Because if we roll over a cutter, it's an easy double play and it's GG. So we're looking for things. We're looking for hanging off speed, or we're looking for four-seamers on the inner part of the plate. That is 100% a pitch we cannot swing at here. Four-seamer inside, and I pulled it foul. No, good square double play to end it after the foul home run. Oh man, that's tough, dude. That is really tough. Well, we gave it our all. I felt like it was yet another good episode for y'all. Like I said, I have no problem posting losses. We out-hit them 11-7. We got pretty unlucky at the end, but that's not an excuse at all. Like I kept saying throughout the video, my opponent, amazing player, top 50 player, pitched out of his mind that game. I felt like if I was playing against someone that was missing their spots a lot that game, I could have easily scored 10 runs because I was pretty locked in. So Roy Oswalt takes the L in his debut. The hanging changeup to McCovey does him in the 5th inning. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down below. Give me some more constructive criticism. You know I love that stuff. Any ideas you guys want to see. I appreciate you watching till the end. Love all you. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.